Greetings from New Jersey. My name is Shalja Mathur. I'm an assistant professor at Rutgers Cooperative Extension of Somerset County. I'm also a registered dietitian. We all know that February is American Heart Health Awareness Month. So this month our team has been bringing you heart-friendly recipes every Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So join us on Facebook Live, and I invite you to follow us at SCFCHS on Facebook. So today, my goal is to get you excited about edamame. Edamame is one of my favorite snacks. I have also used it in soups and stews and stir fries as part of my meal. You can buy them from the supermarket. So they come as edamame in the pod, and you can actually microwave them in the bag. They also come as shelled edamame. That's what I use for my soups and other foods. You can also buy them as a snack, roasted. And this small packet that you see has 20 grams of protein. So it is really a very nutrient-dense legume. And let me share why I say that. I say that because it is very rich in lots of macro and micronutrients, so lots of vitamins, minerals, as well as carbs and protein. So one frozen bag of edamame. This edamame is what I buy from Costco. It comes in a huge big bag with 12 smaller bags. And this alone has about 12 grams of carbs and 13 grams of protein. And that's really better because it is the only legume that has a complete protein. Now, this makes it a good choice in addition for plant-based protein, because many vegetarians often are very challenged with adding protein to their diet. So edamame makes a great food to add to their plans. Now, another thing to remember is, although it has really high protein, the carbs are also almost equal. Whereas in other legumes, you'll see that once you start to increase the protein, the carbohydrate increases a whole lot. So especially for people who are living with type 2 diabetes, who need to watch their carbs, this is a better legume than all the other legumes in that family. Now, I also want to mention that it is a good source of folate. Folate is actually vitamin B9, and it has a role to play in reducing the risk for stroke as well as heart disease. It is also responsible for making red blood cells. This is also a good source of calcium, and so it is good for your bones. And I wanted to talk about edamame today because it is rich in heart-healthy and immune-boosting vitamin C. Not only vitamin C, but also vitamin K. And for those of you who may not know, vitamin K is actually a fat-soluble vitamin. So when we are going to prepare our dish for today, we're going to add some kind of healthy fat to help us absorb the vitamin K that is in these beans. Now, it also contains polyphenols that are antioxidants that can reduce oxidative stress and reduce inflammation. Another thing to remember is fiber. Sometimes as Americans, we forget that. 1 cup of edamame has 8 grams of fiber. And the American Heart Association recommends 25 grams of fiber daily for women and about 30 grams for men. Typically, as Americans, we consume only about 15 grams of fiber every day. So if you need to boost up your fiber, here's an idea. A word of caution before we start moving to our recipe is that I have always been asked whether soybeans affect hormones. Jury is still out on that, but most studies have shown evidence that a moderate amount will not disrupt the hormones. However, since it does contain phytoestrogens that mimic kind of the human estrogens, so if you're a person that is being treated for hormone-related cancer, or if you're pregnant, or you're on any kind of thyroid medication, you should check with your healthcare provider so that you can avoid any adverse food-drug interactions. And now we're going to move to today's recipe. You will see the recipe. It's called sweet and spicy edamame. Now I have half the recipe to show you so that what you see, you can just make it half or whatever you need according to the size of the family that you need to feed. But this is something that I use as a snack mostly, and here are the ingredients. So I have used tamari, which is gluten-free soy sauce, and it's also low sodium. So whenever a recipe calls for sodium, especially it's heart healthy month, so I wanted to use a low sodium option. I have used red wine vinegar. The recipe calls for Sriracha chili sauce, but you can use any chili sauce that you have at home. And this is sesame seed, toasted sesame seed oil. This is what we will be using. The recipe calls for garlic, so I have my garlic here that I'm going to crush. And I'm going to start the stove, and we can start. This is the pack that I get from Costco. This is just one bag. What I've done is I boiled it for about 3 to 5 minutes, so it's pretty much done, and I wanted to measure and show that it's a little over 2 cups. So this recipe is exactly half, so I'll be using this today. And as the stove warms up, here's my soy sauce. That's 1 spoon. The rice vinegar, the sesame seed oil, this is grated ginger, about a teaspoon, and then I'm going to do my garlic. I'm just going to give it about 2 minutes till it heats up, and then we're going to add in the edamame just to cover with the sauce. And then we're going to use some sesame seeds to garnish. Now, the recipe calls for white sesame seeds, but whenever a recipe calls for white sesame seeds, I also use the black ones. So I kind of mix them both, so it kind of makes it look nicer. And of course, sesame seeds are a really good source of calcium as well. So I have them mixed together just to put on garnish on top. And then this has started to heat up. I'm going to just add my 2 cups and then a little bit of pepper. I have not used any salt in this recipe because soy sauce has enough sodium and you will not miss sauce. And if you see that this kind of just covers up the edamame, it takes about 2 minutes. It's a very simple recipe, very easy to put together. Most of the things that are being used you probably have in your kitchen. Ta-da! So this is how it looks when it's ready. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I also make a really nice salad with edamame, and so next time when we come back, when it's not as cold, we're going to do a salad recipe probably sometime in March or April where we use red cabbage, red pepper, red onions, and the shelled edamame. So come back for that. And I wanted to say to you all that everybody needs to take care of your heart in February and always. And next week at 11 a.m. We will be talking about making blueberry banana breakfast cookies. Michaela will be back at 11 and we hope to see you there. Thank you for joining in.